Most viruses don't kill you. They make you miserable. They ruin your week. They force you to call in sick and pretend you're dying when you're really just uncomfortable. But some of them actually mean it. We're counting down 6 viruses that don't bluff. From the one you've never heard of to the one that gives you exactly enough time to realize you're already dead. This is Bob. Bob's going to help us understand how each one works. Bob will not enjoy this. Bob never does. By the end of this video, Bob will have died 6 different ways. You'll have learned which one you should actually worry about. And if you recognize yourself in any of these scenarios, congratulations, you're early. Bob wasn't. Let's start with the one that doesn't even need to touch you. Number 6, Hantavirus. Bob's cleaning out his garage. Dust everywhere. Old boxes, mouse droppings in the corner. Bob sweeps it up. Bob breathes. Bob just inhaled Hantavirus. No bite, no scratch, no visible enemy, just air contaminated with dried rodent urine. The virus doesn't need drama. It needs you to exist near where a mouse once pissed. Here's what happens next. The virus lands in Bob's lungs and attacks the walls of his blood vessels. Not his lungs directly, the tiny capillaries that keep his lungs from drowning in their own fluid. Those walls start leaking. Within days, Bob's lungs begin filling with plasma. Imagine breathing through a wet sponge inside your chest. Bob feels fine at first. Mild fever, muscle aches. He thinks it's the flu. He rests, drinks water, does everything right. Then the shortness of breath hits. Sudden, severe, terrifying. By the time Bob realizes this isn't normal, his oxygen levels are critical. He gets to the hospital. They put him on a ventilator. His survival odds are now 38%. There's no specific treatment. No antiviral that works. Doctors can only support Bob's body while it fights. Sometimes it wins. Sometimes it doesn't. The good news? Hantavirus isn't contagious between humans. Bob can't give this to anyone. The bad news? Bob still has a 62% chance of drowning in his own lungs because he cleaned his garage. Congratulations, Bob. You did chores. At least this one needed mouse poop. The next one just needs contact. Number 5. Influenza pandemic. Bob caught the flu. Just the flu. Everyone gets it. Soup, rest, weird fever dreams. Bob will be fine. Except Bob won't be fine. This isn't seasonal flu. This is a pandemic strain. The kind that shows up once a century and kills more people than wars. Here's the problem. The virus isn't what kills Bob. Bob's immune system kills Bob. When this strain invades, Bob's body panics. It launches a cytokine storm. Your immune system deciding the best way to kill a spider is to burn down the entire house. Bob's lungs become a battlefield. His immune cells flood the tissue with inflammatory signals. Airways swell. Fluid pours in. His body fights so hard it suffocates him. The fever spikes. 104, 105. Bob can't breathe lying down. Can't breathe sitting up. His chest feels crushed from the inside. And here's the cruel part. This strain kills young, healthy people faster. The stronger your immune system, the harder it overreacts. Peak physical condition doesn't save you. It makes you a better target. 1918 proved that. 50 million dead, most between 20 and 40 years old. Bob was 32. Being strong didn't help. Some viruses kill fast. Some don't rush. Number 4, HIV. Bob made a mistake 5 years ago. Nothing dramatic. A moment of bad luck. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong circumstances. It happened. Bob didn't think about it much after. Bob felt fine. That's the thing about HIV. It doesn't announce itself. No sudden collapse. No emergency room visit. Just silence. Years of it. Here's what's actually happening inside Bob. The virus isn't attacking his lungs or his liver or his brain. It's attacking the one thing designed to protect all of those. His immune system. Specifically, the CD4 cells. The coordinators. The generals of his body's defense. HIV doesn't just kill these cells. It hijacks them. Uses them as factories to make more copies of itself. Then it kills them. Slowly. Methodically. One by one. Bob's immune system isn't collapsing. It's being dismantled. A phone losing 1% battery at a time for 10 years. During those years, Bob lives normally. Works, travels, dates, gets sick occasionally, recovers normally. His body is buying time, fighting a war he doesn't even know is happening. Then the infections start. Not normal colds, opportunistic infections, pneumonia that won't clear, fungal infections in places fungus shouldn't be. His body stops recognizing threats it used to handle easily. This is AIDS, the final stage. When Bob's CD4 count count drops below 200, his immune system is no longer functional. A cold can kill him now, so can a scratch. 20 years ago, this was a death sentence. You got the diagnosis, you had maybe 2 years. You said goodbye. Today, Bob takes a pill every day. His viral load becomes undetectable. His CD4 count recovers. He lives a normal lifespan. The virus didn't change. Medicine did. But only if Bob knows he has it. Only if he gets tested. Only if he starts treatment before his immune system is gone. Bob didn't know for 5 years. He lost time he can't get back. Now imagine a virus that didn't wait years. It waited centuries. Halfway through, Bob's been dead 3 times already. Drowned in his lungs. Burned by his own immune system. Dismantled over a decade. You're still here. Good. Because the next ones don't wait for you to notice. They just take. Number 3. Smallpox. Bob didn't exist yet. None of us did. This virus has been killing humans since before writing, before cities, before we understood what a virus was. Smallpox didn't just kill people. It killed civilizations. When it arrived in a population with no immunity, it wiped out 30% of everyone. Entire villages disappeared. Empires collapsed. The Aztecs had millions. Then Europeans arrived. Then smallpox arrived. Then they didn't. Here's how it worked. The virus enters through your lungs, spreads to your lymph nodes, multiplies, then launches a full assault on every system simultaneously. Your skin becomes the battlefield. Fever hits first, extreme, disorienting, then the rush. Small red spots, harmless looking. They're not. Those spots turn into raised bumps, then blisters, then deep pus-filled lesions covering your entire body. Your face, your mouth, your throat, your eyes. Your skin becomes bubble wrap made of acid. Some go blind, some survive with scars for life. Deep pockmarks across every visible inch, a permanent record. But 30% don't survive. Bob tries medieval remedies, bloodletting, prayer. Nothing works. Nothing worked for thousands of years. Until 1796, Edward Jenner noticed milkmaids who caught cowpox never got smallpox. He took pus from a cowpox blister, infected a child with it, then exposed that child to smallpox. The child lived. We weaponized that discovery, vaccinated everyone, hunted the virus to extinction. In 1980, the World Health Organization declared smallpox eradicated, the only disease we've ever completely eliminated. This virus already won once. We just refused to lose twice. That one needed history. The next one only needs contact. Number 2, Ebola. Bob's helping at a clinic, rural hospital. Someone sick. Bob touches a doorknob. Bob wipes his face. Bob just caught Ebola. No bats, no jungle, no biohazard suits, just contact with infected fluids. A surface, a moment of carelessness. Forget the movies. Ebola doesn't make you bleed from your eyes on day 1. It starts quietly. Fever, headache, sore throat. Bob thinks it's malaria. Then the real symptoms begin. The virus attacks Bob's blood vessels, not just in one place, everywhere. His vascular system falls apart from the inside. Blood leaks into places it shouldn't be. Severe diarrhea, vomiting, constant. Bob's body expels everything. Fluids pour out faster than he can replace them. Catastrophic dehydration. His organs begin failing. Liver, kidneys, lungs. Not one at a time, all of them, simultaneously. His body is liquidating all assets. Internal bleeding begins. The movies got this partly right, but it's not dramatic, not sudden fountains. It's slow, brutal, methodical. Bob's in the hospital now, isolated, no cure, no antiviral, just supportive care. IV fluids, electrolytes, hoping his immune system fights back before his organs give up. Survival rate, 50%, a coin flip. Here's the ironic part. Ebola is too deadly to be a pandemic threat. It kills too fast. Victims become symptomatic quickly, get too sick to travel, die before spreading it far. The virus that terrifies everyone is contained by its own lethality, too deadly to go viral, literally. And now, the one that gives you hope, just enough to make it worse. Number 1, rabies. Bob's camping. A stray dog wanders into his sight. Friendly, a little weird but friendly. It nips Bob's hand, barely breaks the skin. Bob shoos it away, washes the bite with bottled water, puts on a band-aid. Bob goes home. Nothing happens. Weeks pass. The bite heals. Bob forgets about it. No fever, no swelling, no sign anything is wrong. Because nothing is wrong yet. Here's what's actually happening. The rabies virus is in Bob's arm where the dog bit him. But it's not multiplying. It's not spreading through his bloodstream. It's waiting. Then it starts moving. The virus travels through Bob's nerves. Not his veins, his nerves. Slowly, methodically. Like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. A few millimeters per day. Crawling up his arm toward his spinal cord. Then up his spine toward his brain. This takes weeks, sometimes months. A bite on the face This reaches the brain in days. A bite on the foot takes months. Bob has no idea. There's no test that can detect it during this phase. No symptoms, no warning. The virus is invisible until it reaches its destination. Then Bob starts feeling strange. Headache, mild fever, tingling at the bite site. He thinks it's stress. Then the hallucinations start. Confusion, anxiety that feels like drowning. Bob becomes terrified of water, not by choice. His brainstem is infected. Swallowing causes painful throat spasms. His body associates water with pain, hydrophobia. Bob produces excessive saliva but can't swallow it. He froths at the mouth, not because he's rabid in the movie sense. His throat is paralyzed and his salivary glands won't stop. The aggression comes next, but it's not rage, it's terror. Bob's brain is being destroyed. He's losing control of his thoughts, his movements, his grip on reality. Within days, Bob slips into a coma. His brain is gone. The virus has replicated so thoroughly that there's more virus than brain tissue in some areas. Then Bob dies. 100% fatal, always. Once symptoms start, there are fewer than 10 documented cases of survival in human history. Most survivors have severe, permanent brain damage. But here's the thing. Here's the part that makes this the worst one. Rabies is 100% preventable. If Bob had gone to a doctor within days of that bite, if he'd gotten the post-exposure vaccine, 5 shots over 2 weeks, he'd be fine, completely fine. The vaccine works every time, as long as you get it before symptoms start. But once symptoms start, it's over. The virus has won. By the time Bob realized something was wrong, his brain was already being eaten from the inside. You get all the time in the world to save yourself, until you don't. Then you get about a week to say goodbye. 100% fatal, 100% preventable. Pick one. Bob picked wrong. Most of these didn't start as emergencies. They started as nothing. A cleaning day, a cough, a scratch. A bite so small Bob didn't think twice. Bob didn't notice. That was the whole problem. Hantavirus hid in dust. Influenza hid behind just the flu. HIV hid for years. Smallpox hid in history until we dragged it out. Ebola hid in a doorknob. Rabies hid in a dog that seemed friendly. They all waited for Bob to ignore the signs. If you recognize the symptoms early, congratulations. You're ahead of the curve. You have time. You have options. Bob didn't recognize them. Bob waited. Bob thought it would pass. Doctors are expensive. Being Bob is worse. So if a dog bites you, go to the hospital. If you're cleaning a rodent-infested space, wear a mask. If you think you have just the flu and you can't, breathe, don't wait. Because these viruses don't negotiate. They don't give second chances. They just do what they were designed to do. And Bob? Bob's going to make the same mistakes again. He always does. Don't be Bob.